Hello, and welcome to Season 3 of For Better or Worse, the podcast where a husband and wife duo delve into the highs and lows of movies and TV. We are going to navigate the cinematic landscape together, sharing our thoughts on everything from blockbusters to hidden gems. Whether it's cinematic match made in heaven or has a lot of red flags, we've got it covered. Tune in to experience our unique perspectives as we embark on the cinematic journey as a couple, just as we agreed on our wedding day, for better or worse.
Took us 10 months to write that, everybody.
That's why
it's been taking so long.
Were you thinking about that the whole time?
I had that joke as soon as you started. Once you said navigate,
Yeah,
I'm like...
you're like, all right. I'm going to cry.
Okay.
All right,
You just
everybody.
started.
I know, I'm Toby.
I was told to not talk as much. Gino.
We are crushing it.
Yay.
Okay. And not yet, because today
Yeah,
I'm crying. Wow. Man,
we're just so happy to be back.
we are so happy to be back. Let me tell you, before I talk about what we're going to be doing today, let me just say that I threw on makeup at 7:00.
I cooked a steak today.
Right, but just for this podcast, to take it off
Oh,
again.
yeah, we went hiking. You didn't have makeup on.
I didn't have makeup on because, as you all know, our very loyal listeners and viewers.
Fabawians?
You know what? That is part of my call to action, is for you all to come up with something better. All I have are Fabow listeners. If you guys got some fun thing on For Better or Worse on Fabow, please DM us. So that means you have to follow us on Instagram at Fabow Podcast and give us something good. But we were so happy to come back after 10 months. Was it? It hasn't been 10 months.
Well, our baby is 10 months, and we kind of stopped when he was, I would say maybe like 8 months. I think we got like a couple months out of that.
I don't think, no. One of our last episodes was the Vanderpump reunion.
So whenever that was.
That was like a year ago because it just came back.
Right. Obviously, it was not entire year. Our baby's
whole
not a year
year.
old yet.
It's right. A couple months. We've been gone for a while. And we are just so happy to be back. As you could hear from the beginning of that, with this whole just piece of laughter, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. He's not talking as much. So anyway, Fabow listeners, if you've enjoyed this roller coaster so far, we would really like you to officially, tie the knot. You ready? Subscribe to us, please. Hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest episodes. We're going to come out, we wanted to talk about this before, but every other week like we planned on.
No, let's talk about it on the air. That's a good idea.
You guys are going to see
We should do once a week. We should.
We're going to try our best.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how how efficiently I can edit everything.
It's true. It's a lot on him.
Oh, I'm not doing any of the notes anymore.
He won't do any notes. So these are all me, you guys. So if you have any critiques and criticisms, keep them to yourselves. Or tell Gino, and he'll politely...
If it's critiques about, like, the color looks weird, or, like, the lighting's bad, you can tell me that.
You can also tell him my critiques, so we can have a conversation about it over dinner.
Yeah, also tell him if, like, you're like, we don't like the cat. We don't want this cat in the shot. And I'll be like, I'll get rid of the cat.
He'll put her outside.
I'll put her outside.
Don't tell him that.
So don't comment that.
Right? She's had a tough year. 2023 was not Millie's year.
No. Oh, my God, guys. That's why we were gone. It was all Millie.
It was Millie's fault.
We had no Millie.
Yeah. So
She's
anyway.
here. For people listening to the audio version, Millie is alive. She was here. She just left.
Millie is alive. Yes. Millie was touch and go over the summer.
But she's alive right now.
But she's alive right now. And then over Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is not doing
it's not great. But she's fine now.
She's fine now, knock on wood. Everyone pray for Millie.
Okay, what are we doing here, Tubbs?
So, today, since we were gone for most of 2023, we're going to recap it.
All the movies we missed.
All the movies that came out in 2023 that we're just getting around to seeing now. So, it is not all the movies, just to be clear.
We didn't see every movie. No, there's like 1,000. We didn't see all of them.
We did not see all of them. We also have our own preferences. So some of us saw a separate one. Some of us saw them together. Some of us being the two of us. And we're just going to hit the ground running. Check on our Instagram for the movies that we're going to cover, but we'll get to them one by one because I'm hosting. So this is how I foresaw it. Okay. Also, most of our time went to The Sopranos, which we're going to recap for our next episode. So if you were a Sopranos
I should go to John's Farms and get some gabagoo for
we
that
should
episode?
be eating gabagoo.
For that episode.
Yep. So next episode's going to be The Sopranos.
Are you going to do your mob wife aesthetic for that episode? For people
I'm going to do my Dr. Melfi.
Okay. You don't really have Dr. Melfi outfits, though.
I have
You don't have like a power
glasses,
suit.
And I have a blazer.
Right. But she wears like power skirts.
Fine. I'll do my best Carmela.
Mob wife?
Yeah.
And I'll just wear a robe and be fat.
He's gonna do his best Tony Soprano.
Right, I'm done. I did it.
Good job.
He'd
And we
wear
have a
this.
robe.
He'd wear this shirt for the barbecue.
This would be a barbecue shirt. Yeah.
I did it.
Good job, Tony.
Thanks.
So today we're gonna start off with our 2023 missed movie of Super Mario Brothers.
Near and dear to my heart, everybody.
Yes.
I'm sure anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big Nintendo guy.
Yep.
I also own stock in Nintendo.
So we would really like you all to see it as
I own
well.
3. Well, you can't like own stock directly because it's Japanese. You can like own like a fake stock that like also can be sold as stock. Whatever. I own 3 of them. They're like $50. I own them. Whatever. It keeps going up, so I did a good job. Anyway, I'll keep this brief. Do you want to tell your thoughts before I monopolize this whole part of the podcast?
No, you briefly go first, and then I'll talk about what I like.
It's fine. Like it's not for me. It was that my thoughts the whole time was like, this is not for me. I really like Mario games. Like some of my favorite games of all time are Mario games. Super Mario World, Mario Galaxy. I love Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is like, I feel like even people who don't play video games, if you want to know why I love video games so much, play Mario Odyssey. I just got Super Mario Wonder for Christmas. That came out last year. So like, it's not for me. I'd rather just play a Mario game. There's a lot of cool Easter eggs. Like Luigi's got like a GameCube phone. Like his phone sounds like the GameCube. Kamek is in it.
I didn't notice.
Which one is Kamek? Do you know Kamek?
Kamek is the glasses one.
Yeah. He's got the. Yeah, he's
a wand,
the wizard,
right?
Guy.
Yeah, the wizard. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with
like
you.
Kamek's in it. I'm sure like Baby Bowser, not Baby Bowser. Bowser Jr. will be in the sequel.
But how do you think Jack Black did a good job?
Oh, there. Thank you. The only really like amazing part of this was Jack Black. Like they should have Jack Black play Bowser in all the video games. He was amazing.
Jack Black needs to be in more things in general.
Yeah, he was great. But like Chris Pratt was whatever. Like it was such a boring.
Okay, so here's
Mario.
Here's my thing. Who is it? Chris Pratt's New York accent was garbage.
He should have watched Sopranos first.
At the very least, it should have been a Jersey accent. But like it's a me. It would come out.
That wasn't
a
his
little bit.
voice. That was the actual Mario guy.
You're right. Sorry, it was more like, "Hey, I'm a Mario."
Hi, it's me, a Mario. Yeah. So Charles Martinet was in it. The guy who actually plays or used to play Mario. He just retired. He played the dad.
Yes.
And he also played like in the pizza shop. There's like a guy in the background.
Yes.
And he's like, "Do you think this voice is dumb?" He's like, "No, it's so perfect." Yeah, like, that's cool. Whatever. But like, I don't know. What do like? Nintendo had like Tears of the Kingdom came out last year, 2023. I would much rather talk about that. I love that game. I'm still playing it. Zelda.
Okay, Zelda.
You would see me play it for like a month again. I restarted playing it.
Yeah, but if you call it Tears of the Kingdom,
Tears of the Kingdom came out. So Game of the Year contender. Freaking Metroid Prime remake. I played it literally while Toby was in labor. That's how good that game was. At the hospital.
Great.
Pikmin 4, which I didn't play yet, but apparently that's amazing. Mario Wonder, another Game of the Year contender. So like, Nintendo had some of the greatest games ever come out last year, and also they had $1 billion plus movie. So and the one that made the most money out of that, I think, was the movie.
But listen, like,
so
kids,
like, what am I? Who cares?
Right, like these are two opinions of adults. One adult that loves Mario. One adult that loved the original Super Mario Brothers, which you should listen to our podcast review of that.
I think that's a better movie.
I think it's a better movie.
Yeah, it's not a better Mario movie at all.
No.
But
Just
I think
like
it's a better movie.
It's a better movie.
But that didn't make anywhere close to $1 billion.
I don't even remember, what did the princess do?
First of all, it was Princess Daisy, not Princess Peach.
Oh, right, which already I'm out.
Yeah, please. Like Peach was fine in this. Just go play Mario Odyssey. Or like you want to play with your kids, go buy your kid a Switch. You should already have one at your house anyway.
It's like cute to watch together.
Go play Mario Wonder. The thing is, like, a movie takes 2 hours.
Right, a game.
Mario Wonder is going to take you like 10 hours at least.
Right, you really have to like your kid.
Mario Odyssey, like 15 hours. Zelda, I'm playing that for like 9 years.
Right, so that's if you want to play with your kid, that's like a long time.
Yeah.
To spend with your child.
So, like,
Are
it's
you spending your
fine.
child? Are you spending that much time with
Ben? I like personally want to make sure that Ben plays a Mario game before he sees the Mario movie. Like, I don't want him to think that Mario's like a movie character because he's not.
Ooh.
He's going to play a game first before
because these kids are going to say, "Oh, it's like Mario
it's
from
like
the
Mario."
movie.
It's like every time there's someone in Fortnite, they're like, "Oh, it's Master Chief from Fortnite." I'm like, "No, no."
The origin.
Nintendo will not let any of their characters in Fortnite.
Probably because
because they're smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine. It's not for me. I think it's good.
So my other big issue with it was the music.
Oh yeah,
I know. I'm reminding you.
You're reminding me of all my thoughts. Okay, you go ahead.
So I'm not even a big Mario person, but the music was so poorly, like
Pop music.
It was pop music, but it didn't feel right. It felt like I was making the music for the movie. Like some Joe Schmo from off the street.
Like who never played a Mario game. They're like, we need a pop song in it for the boomers, for like not the boomers, for like the Gen Xers that are in the audience.
Yeah, they need to hear their songs.
Yeah. Mario has some of the greatest music in all of video games, not just the original Mario theme, which I'm sure everyone is like, dip, which is a great song. But like there's all this jazzy, like, and like Super Mario Galaxy has all this.
Well,
like,
they even had the music as filler in like other parts, but like the big scenes.
Just get rid of the pop music.
Why?
Yeah, just don't, because for me the pop music kind of dates it a little bit. Whereas like Mario is supposed to be like this timeless kind of like weird.
Well, the thing is, they did a Mario Kart scene, right, with Donkey Kong,
Which fine.
Used Mario Kart music,
right? Well,
what are you doing?
They did. Oh, did they not?
No, they used pop music.
Yeah, why? I listen to the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack all the time. It's so good. It's so good. No, okay, everybody at home, go find your Switch. Go pop in Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that menu music, that bass riff in the beginning is so incredible. They did a whole behind the scenes with the band.
I can't.
It's good music. That's what they should have used.
You judge me for listening to Taylor Swift.
No, it's better. Please, there's not a single bass riff in any Taylor Swift song that comes even close. She barely puts bass in any of her songs anyway.
Taylor, this is a call to action.
I'm calling you out. Get a bass player in your band, Taylor. What the hell?
Come on.
I don't know if she doesn't do bands. She doesn't do a band.
Get a band.
Learn how to play bass, Taylor Swift. So yeah, Mario just has all this incredible music. I guess I'm also now worried with like how incredible Zelda Breath of the Wild's been and Tears of the Kingdom. Do you know the next movie they're making? They announced
Zelda.
They're going to make a Zelda movie.
Who's going to be Zelda? Or Link?
It's going to be Timothée Chalamet.
Link? You think?
That's my own personal prediction.
I'm going to look it up and see if they cast it.
There's going to be someone as stupid as Chris Pratt.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He might be a little old.
As
Link is usually like
him and Timothée Chalamet.
Depending on what kind of Zelda they do, Link is usually like either a boy, like a little boy, or he's like a teenager. I think Tears of the Kingdom Link is the oldest one so far. He's like in his 20s.
Let me see.
Zelda could be anyone.
So you said Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild is the game I'm talking about.
Sorry, what's the movie they're making?
They're just called it Zelda so far.
They're just called
Miyamoto just said like, wait, but guess who they're getting to make it?
Zelda Williams.
Why would Zelda Williams, daughter of Robin Williams, named after Princess Zelda? No.
Why would they get her to?
They're getting Sony Pictures to make it.
So it's going to be Tom Holland.
And the guy that they're getting to produce it is the guy that produces the Spider-Man movies.
Also Tom Holland.
So like Venom, producer of Venom.
Yeah.
Producer of Morpheus.
So bad movies.
Producer of Spider-Man 3, but also Spider-Man 1 and 2. So some good movies.
Listen, that's
like,
why...
If Disney doesn't trust Sony to produce their own Spider-Man movies, why would Nintendo trust Sony to make the Zelda movie? One of the second most important franchise they have.
Are they going to? Did they already say that they're doing it?
Yes. Miyamoto came out and said, I'm making it with Ari Arad-san, or whatever the guy's name is. Yeah, a lot of the dumb decisions about the Mario movie, by the way, were made by the creator of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto. Like, he chose Chris Pratt. Apparently, he was the one who wanted some pop music in it.
Wait, isn't Chris Pratt going to be in another movie? Garfield?
Oh, God, Garfield. Stop putting Chris Pratt in things.
Can we stop casting Chris Pratt in animated animated characters that have voices we are already familiar with?
Right. Well, here's the thing about Link. So Link doesn't talk.
Okay, but he
so
will have to.
Who do you get to play? Who do you get to play?
He's going to talk in the movie.
Don't let him talk.
You think he's going to be silent?
That would be awesome. He doesn't talk, and everyone's just like, why are you not talking?
Oh, really?
Some games they mention that he doesn't talk. Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
They mention that it's a weird thing. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a known weird thing.
Yeah, it's like a known weird thing. He doesn't talk.
Okay.
Or like if he does talk, he'll do like one of these. Like in the game, he'll go, like he's explaining something, and they'll just be like, oh, the dog went where? Okay.
But other people talk.
Everyone else talks in the Zelda universe.
They're just unsure of what his voice should sound like.
Well, because a lot of the way a lot of Nintendo video games work is like you're supposed to be that character.
Oh, so it's like your voice.
So like if they give it a voice, it kind of takes away from it's you experiencing.
You guys,
that.
It's not.
Shut up, Toby. You don't get it. You don't get it.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, it's like, it's fine. They did a good job. It was okay. And the Zelda movie will probably be fine. And it's going to be live action, by the way, the Zelda movie.
Right. That's why we're casting people in it.
I want a Metroid movie. I want like an alien. Like I want to. It's like kind of like Aliens. Like Metroid is like very based on Aliens.
Aliens
Please,
are fine.
you lost me, Toby. That's where you lost me while you were in labor because I was playing Metroid Prime on my Switch.
I was just in labor for 14 hours. You know, Gino had a lot of time on his
I beat Metroid
hands.
Prime while she was in labor. I was really proud of myself. I couldn't beat that as a kid.
You know what, though? He did not tell me that he beat a game.
I did. There's a picture of it. No, I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't tell me.
But I was playing my Switch. You were asleep.
Right. I was, for the 2 hours I slept for the 14.
I did it.
Thank you.
So I think Metroid will be next. There's a lot of Nintendo stuff they can make movies out of.
Okay.
So they started out with Mario. It's fine. I'm sure they'll make a sequel. I want a Luigi's Mansion. Oh, Charlie, what's his face? Charlie Day was good as Luigi.
He was very good as
He's
Luigi.
a better Luigi than Chris Pratt as Mario. So I would love a Luigi's Mansion movie.
I would love a movie that's centered around someone other than Mario in this case.
Luigi's Mansion.
Right. That would be
Mario
great.
gets kidnapped, and then Luigi wins like a mansion.
And it'd be spooky.
It's a spooky ghost mansion.
Spooky ghost mansion. I'm in.
The little Luma was cute. The little star that was like, I want to commit suicide all the time.
I didn't like it.
No, that's fine.
Because like, why put
the sweet
all
release
that,
of death?
No, don't stop putting that dark humor in a kid movie.
And the Lumas are not like that at all in Mario Galaxy.
So
they're
no.
like cute little yay.
Make them be yay
They
and
like
adorable.
eat little star bits. Yay.
You know what would have been funnier? If they're all about to die and he was like, this is so beautiful.
Yay.
It's so warm and cozy above a lava.
Yeah.
That would have been funnier.
So yeah, it's fine. Browser's great.
Okay.
Charlie Day was good. I'm done.
That's great. Another Chris Pratt movie. Excuse me. Chris Pratt.
Christopher
movie.
Prattowitz.
It's a tough name. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We watched this on Disney Plus. We did not see it in theaters. We also rented the Super Mario movie. We did not go to see it in theaters. So, Gino, your brief Guardians 3.
I have less to say about this than a Nintendo movie.
That's good.
I know I just said stop putting Chris Pratt in things, but like Marvel, keep putting Chris Pratt in things because he's
Only Marvel.
awesome. Yeah, only Marvel. He's awesome as Star-Lord. I really like this movie. I'm sad that James Gunn is done with this. It's probably No, I liked it. I liked all the raccoon stuff, the rocket stuff. It's really a Rocket Raccoon movie. It's not about Star-Lord and his problems.
Sorry.
It's a Rocket Raccoon movie.
For being a Rocket Raccoon movie, there was not a lot of Rocket.
It's a lot of Rocket Raccoon in flashback. Because he's like a little baby. He's a cute little raccoon baby.
No, you guys, I had such a better plot for the movie. Or like, I had such better, what do I call that? Not a plot.
Fan fiction?
Fan fiction for Guardians 3.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I mean, like, it's good. It's good.
Okay, I'm going to tell you my fan fiction.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what actually happened in the movie, right, is Rocket is like what?
Injured
because they went to go do something that was a trap.
Yeah.
And so for most of the movie, they're trying to go fix Rocket and get parts that he needs from his home planet from the person that made him.
Right. Well, he's from Earth. They've established that he's a raccoon.
Sorry, but then he was like
the high evolutionary.
Took him and like made him a robot, whatever. So my idea is that that the high evolutionary was calling Rocket with that otter girl. And so Rocket was leading them to go get the otter girl. But then the high evolutionary was like, I tricked you. And then Rocket scratches his face off again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we needed more Rocket.
Also, can raccoons cause that much damage?
I mean,
so you find out at the end the reason why the guy wears a fake face is because Rocket, is still a small raccoon. Like, he was still a baby raccoon.
Got them sharp nails.
Ripped off his face with his claws.
I covered my eyes.
I don't think raccoons can do that much.
A
I've never
robot-
fought a raccoon before.
But a robot raccoon,
Yeah, I guess he had the implants at that point.
right?
Good for Rocket. I also love that little baby Rocket still had the like New York accent.
I loved it.
He's like, you put the transmodulator and the transmitter.
Right, I gotta say, Bradley Cooper did not see Maestro. Great job as Rocket. I'm sure your Leonard Bernstein is top notch.
Perfect.
But
Yeah, so I do like it as a Rocket. Apparently, some people are upset that it was a Rocket movie, but like Rocket's like the second main guy.
Guys, we can't keep doing a Chris Pratt movie because him and Gamora don't even like each other.
No,
So,
yeah.
like, what are we gonna do?
Do you think they're going to do more Guardians? I know that they said this was the last Guardians movie,
But that doesn't mean they won't.
but
be
I think that
things.
I'm pretty sure James Gunn's not coming back because James Gunn's busy with the DC movies now. But with all these flops that Marvel's been having, you don't think they're going to like pull that dump truck full of money to Chris Pratt's house and to
They have to.
Bradley Cooper's house?
They got to do another combo movie. Were Guardians in anybody's movie yet?
Yes, Toby. They were in.
No,
they were
not
in
the big Avengers ones.
They were in. They're in Thor 4.
Which is why Thor 4 was such
Which
a good
was dumb.
movie.
No, they're in Thor 4 for like 2 seconds because they set up that he was with the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
And they got rid of them in the first scene. They were gone.
Never mind. But I love the Thor 4 movie. You should also
We
listen to
already
our review of that.
Yeah, we're listening to that. So yeah, I'm just like a little sad that it's like done. But like, I don't know if you could do it without James Gunn. I don't know if it would be as fun.
That's the thing. You have to find somebody who's so good at ensemble casts and also has
Picking soundtracks.
funny.
And yeah,
Did I just say has funny?
has fun. He has funny.
He does.
We love Peacemaker. We love Suicide Squad. I would not love Suicide Squad.
No, we
love
love
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah. So he's currently making Peacemaker right now, season 2. Or he's writing it.
I don't know. I just need it. I need
Yeah,
it.
it's so good.
You
That's
should
the
also-
one thing he's, of course, for those who don't know, James Gunn has now been put in charge of all the DC movies, which apparently The Rock tried to like steal the movies away. Yeah, so there's a whole thing. So like Rock was Black Adam. And Black Adam's like a nobody character. It's like the bad guy for Shazam, right?
It's probably why
for
his
Captain
movie
Marvel.
Did,
Like no one
his
cared.
movie did not do great.
Yeah, so like he was the one who like went behind everyone's back to like get Henry Cavill to show up for the end credit scene in Black Adam, because instead of Black Adam fighting Captain Marvel, Shazam, like he's supposed to, he wanted to do a Black Adam Superman movie right off the bat. So then he like tried to take over all the Marvel movies. I mean the DC movies.
How do you think that went?
If you're some and then they freaking, I guess Warner Brothers was like, yeah, no, you're out. Your movie sucked. And they brought in James Gunn. And then James Gunn fired him and fired Henry Cavill.
Did he also fire Shazam?
I think that guy's mad. Yeah, that guy made a comment because
Levi.
yeah,
Zachary
he made a comment
Levi?
like, well, because they announced that James Gunn's brother is playing some important villain in the DC movies. And he's like, well, of course, if your brother's with the producer, you're going to get a part. I'm like, ooh, Zachary Levi, relax.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think they should get James Gunn to run the WWE because now that The Rock came back and is messing up WrestleMania right now, for those who don't know.
So maybe The Rock, this is just like his
Just comes
calling.
in. Well, because James Gunn fired him from the movie, so he tried to take
so
over
now
WrestleMania.
he's like, what is my purpose?
To steal the WrestleMania. And he's also now, he's in charge of the company that owns wrestling. He's
mean,
like a board member.
If there's one thing The Rock knows about, it's wrestling.
If they don't make fun of him for getting fired from DC movies,
Do you think they're going to call him Black Adam?
I think that the person who he's versing is supposed to be like a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I think if he's smart, he's going to say something like that.
He's got to be like, how was being in Moana?
And then the Rock's going to get mad, but like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do?
You just party good, get mad.
No, you can't make fun of him from Moana. Moana's good. You got to make fun of him getting fired from Black Adam. Or you got to be like, you know, I know you want to face me at WrestleMania, but you're only doing that because you can't wrestle James Gunn. Because you're really scared of James Gunn. Yeah, something like that. Or have James Gunn sit in the audience or something. That's what I would
Ooh,
do.
that's a go. Invite him here.
John Cena made fun of him when they wrestled because he had written his lines on his arm.
John Cena's?
No, The Rock had
Rock?
written his line on his
Memorize
arms.
your lines.
And John Cena called him out in the ring. And then he apparently was like really mad at John Cena. And that's why we like John Cena.
Is John Cena's a better actor?
Yikes.
Go
John
watch-
Cena is a better actor.
He's a better guys. Go watch Peacemaker
Man.
on HBO.
We're so good at reviewing this specific movie we're talking about.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I feel like I'm saying that for both these movies. They're fine.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Moving on. Spider-Man Across the Universe. This was on Netflix. Yes. This is the animated.
We rented it. I think it's on Netflix now, but we rented
Sorry.
it. I spent like $4 to rent it on, or $5.
We'll never
rent it on
financially
iTunes.
recover.
Please wait till we get to Barbie movie, and you can really talk about how stupid I am. So when it comes to renting movies,
That's next.
So last year was. Is this my turn?
I don't remember parts of this, so you go ahead.
Oh, okay. So last year was obviously like a big Spider-Man year, right? Spider-Man.
Oh, your little game, right?
Spider-Man 2 for PS5 came out. It was.
He cried.
No, I cried during Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game.
Sorry, the first one.
Because like a lot of really sad. I would say the first Spider-Man game, the story is better.
It's okay.
Second Spider-Man game, like the everything else is better.
Continue with the second.
Sorry. So Spider-Man, whatever. And so Spider-Man, what is this one? Not Into the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie, period. I love the Sam Raimi movies. They're not even close. So much better. I love the movie Miles Morales. He's better. I like him better than the game Miles Morales. So this one, if you liked Into the Spider-Verse, this is just like a better version of that, like a crazier version of that.
Yeah, I will say it just got better. Like I hadn't seen it. I remember liking Into the Spider-Verse, like the story, the animation, the writing was really good. And then I watched this one and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And again, Sony can make this. Maybe they make a good Zelda. Maybe.
Yeah, but Zelda's real people.
But this is Sony figure it out.
Gino's just like really hopeful that they don't screw this up.
Don't screw it up. You just don't screw it up.
Just don't screw it up.
So yeah, I mean like freaking any Spider-Man that you can think of is in this.
That's what's cool about it. Like if you
in the background somewhere.
We've talked about this before, but like if you were a kid and you couldn't wait for crossover episodes to air of your favorite shows,
Which happened a lot in the Marvel TV shows, cartoons back in the day, which I never realized.
right? And like me either, but like for like the Nickelodeon shows, Disney shows, whatever, real people shows, like you were like, I just love this show and this show. If those people could just be in the same universe, like this has it.
Every Spider-Man. I mean, the freaking the video game Spider-Man is in this for like a second. They're
Right,
like,
so for those that also
there's
play
like the
video
little
game.
blocky video game dude, and he's like, what's that? He's like, it's from a video game. And then the freaking Insomniac Spider-Man's right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, you talking about me?
It was just good.
But then, so in this one, it's basically all the Spider-Mans versus Miles, the movie Miles, which I would call him. And a lot of people are mad because they saw their personal favorite version of Spider-Man amongst all those Spider-Man trying to attack Miles, which a lot of people who are fans of those specific Spider-Mans were like, be like, my Peter Parker would never do that. And I can tell you for a fact, Insomniac Spider-Man, the one from the video game, would not do that. He would not fight. He would not try to attack Miles.
Why did they have to?
Because he wants to go back and save his dad, and saving his dad is a canon. His dad dying is a canon event, so it'll destroy the multiverse.
So wouldn't they have to?
Right, but they wouldn't. They would figure out a way to make it not happen.
No.
You don't know, Toby, okay? Insomniac Spider-Man is a good boy.
He sounds crazy.
No, he's not. He's called Insomniac because that's the company that makes the game.
Oh.
Sorry, everybody. He's called, if you're confused as to that little joke in the movie, why is he called Insomniac Spider-Man? It's not because he never sleeps. It's because the company that makes the Spider-Man video games is Insomniac Studios.
Got it.
They made Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank, and they made Spider-Man.
Okay, but just to be clear, right?
I love Insomniac Studios, by the way. Shout out.
So the ending ended on a cliffhanger, right?
Yes.
He did go back in time.
He went back to his original. He didn't go back to his original universe.
Yeah.
He went back to the universe of the spider that bit. So you find out the spider that bit him is from a different universe. So he goes back to that universe instead of his own universe. And in that universe, Miles never got bit by the spider, so he becomes a new Prowler. You don't remember this movie at all, do you?
No, I remember he meets himself as the Prowler, and his uncle is also a bad guy.
Well, his uncle's always a bad guy.
And still alive.
But his uncle's, exactly.
Right. So we don't find out if he saves his dad.
No, because that's the cliffhanger.
Right, that's the cliffhanger.
Yeah, and freaking what's-his-face is great in this. Miguel O'Hare, Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, yeah. I guess I can go IMDb.
What's his name? Moon Knight.
Oh, Oscar
Isaac.
Oscar Isaac is going to be in another movie. I don't remember what it is. But I'm like so excited. Give me all the Oscar Isaac, please. There's not enough.
They called out Doctor Strange in this.
Yeah.
They're like, this is like with that nerd Spider-Man with Doctor Strange, blah, 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 blah.
Good one.
So yeah, I mean, like the animation's incredible. If you're not the biggest fan of 3D animated movies, this is a movie that tries to look like a 2D animated movie, even though it's computer animated. It looks like a comic. They do all like the, like the misprint stuff that comics do and like all these crazy things. So it's just great.
It's great. It's great. Everybody watch it with your kids. Watch it with yourself.
Yeah, and if you have a favorite Spider-Man, I guess you just have to assume they're in the background there being a bad guy.
Tell us if you do have a favorite Spider-Man, because I would.
If it's not Insomniac Spider-Man, then you need to go get yourself a PS5 and play Spider-Man Remastered, and then play Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then play Spider-Man 2. It's really good.
Okay.
They're all really good.
Well, I was going to say that I would guess to say none of our people have a favorite Spider-Man other than regular
probably like Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland or Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, regular Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire is probably the best movie one.
Okay. I like Tom Holland. Okay. Moving on to the big Barbenheimer, everybody. Now, we're not going to talk about this one first, but Gino did see Oppenheimer in theaters over the summer.
Correct.
We have a baby, so I stayed home for this long movie, and Gino saw it with his uncle, which is lovely. We'll talk about it. But first, we're going to hit the Barbie movie, which we just watched. We rented it. And now, Gino, why did you rent it instead of watch it for free?
Well, first of all, it's not for free. Your parents pay for HBO, and we use their account.
Free for us.
So HBO recently changed their policy where if you have HBO through your cable provider, which a lot of people do, you no longer get access to the 4K version of the movie or the Dolby Vision version of the movie. So you only get if you pay $15 a month to your cable provider, which I think what your parents pay,
I'll ask them.
you don't even get the best version of HBO Max.
It's a lot of money, too.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They just changed this like a month ago. In order to get the best version of the HBO Max, or whatever they're called, Max, you have to cancel it through your cable provider and pay the $20 a month straight to HBO Max. So I did not want to watch it as a regular standard dynamic range HD movie, which was dumb. I should have just watched it. It is not the kind of movie that you need to watch in HDR or in 4K.
Let me just tell you.
I went back and forth, and I was
right.
like, it looks the same. It's like the scene with the sun in the beginning.
He was like, let's see how bright it's going to be.
It's like, all right, one is like sort of bright. The thing is like also, I have the TV set up so that it makes SDR a little brighter.
Yeah.
If I had that set to like actually what it's supposed to be, whatever. But like the HDR version hurts your eyes a little bit more than the SDR version.
So, congratulations.
And if you don't have an HDR TV, it doesn't matter. If you don't have an OLED, it doesn't matter. If you probably do have an HDR TV, it probably sucks. So unless you have an OLED, nothing I said makes sense anyway. Don't worry about it. How's the movie?
Okay. Well, so my question for you, Gino, is what do you think the message was from that movie?
Men suck.
Right. That's like the message, right? It's like, but was that the original plot?
I don't know. Is there a plot to Barbie dolls?
Well, so what was the original story that they were going with? Do you remember?
No.
So I like just to be clear, I liked the Barbie movie.
So did I.
It was enjoyable. It was a good time. I laughed out loud a couple times. However, thinking about it afterwards, I was stuck on the fact that it was 2 movies, and that bothered me.
What do you mean?
So the first movie was a journey movie where Barbie had to go fix her girl who was playing with her.
Yes, and she finds her immediately. Very quickly.
And also, I have a hot take on America.
So that wasn't really, I guess you're right. They like cut that part out like quick. Like if that's where you thought the movie was going, that's not that.
Correct. So then it turns into a second movie where she brings her back to Barbie Land for some reason to fix her. And then the Kens have taken over because Ryan Gosling Ken realized that Earth is not reflective of Barbie Land, where Barbie Land, women are in charge. There's a woman Supreme Court, which they kept saying, a woman president, the women do everything, where the men just beach. Like their job is beach.
What's your job? Beach.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they have an argument about beaching, which God bless all of them for getting through that scene. But so then Ken goes to Earth and men are in charge, men run everything, and he becomes empowered to go do that in Barbie Land and somehow brainwashes all of these amazing women
I mean, I think Ryan Gosling could brainwash the women if he wanted to.
Honestly, I'm brainwashed. Truly. I guess that's
Yeah,
true.
so he brainwashes those women. Well, because they said the women in Barbie Land didn't know what misogyny was. So they had no defense against it.
Oh,
It's
right.
like that movie with Ricky Gervais where he's the only person who can lie and no one else knows what lying is. So he can like do whatever. It's like that. So they don't know about misogyny. So they think whatever he's saying is true.
Got it.
So that's how he's able to take over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
They put that line in there.
that makes more sense now. But it was still like 2 movies in one.
Yes.
Right? Like they needed a reason for Barbie to go to Barbie Land. And I feel like there could have just been a different reason with like less holes. Because like,
You wanted a complicated plot from a pretend doll?
I guess so. I just needed something other than like, oh, you're being overplayed with, or the girl playing with you is sad. Because like odds are all these Barbies are being played with with sad girls.
Yeah, the rules of the universe don't make sense, but who cares? Don't overthink it.
I mean, I'm the one that told you that because you were thinking like,
What happens if
that was
this-
your thought? And I was like, no, it's fine.
What happens?
I thought it was really funny how in Barbie Land, like obviously there's like when she would drink from a cup, there was no water.
No water.
in it.
The shower
Right.
had no water.
That was hilarious. Good job.
What do you think of Margot Robbie?
I thought she did fantastic.
Thumbs up.
It's unfair how pretty she is. I like the line where she had all of her makeup off and was crying and she's like, I'm ugly. And they were like, the narrator was like, if you guys wanted her to be ugly, you shouldn't have cast Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Who's the narrator?
Me.
No, was it Helen Mirren?
Something like that. Someone British.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Danny DeVito's wife is in it, right? He plays the inventor of Barbie.
She plays it. Yep.
She plays the inventor of Barbie.
Yep. And she was great. What did you think of all of the Kens?
I'm a little surprised. Like Michael Cera was good enough looking to play. Oh, he doesn't play.
No,
Ken,
he was
though.
Alan.
He plays Alan, the dork one. So that makes sense. I mean, like, yeah, they're fine. They're good. They're funny. Good movies.
Yes, I also thought.
I will say I don't understand why this movie became such a huge deal. I think this movie made more money because of Barbenheimer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like somehow it.
Well, they put like $100,000 into advertising alone.
That's not a lot.
Sorry, whatever, make it a lot of money.
Most movies do double their budget.
Okay.
So whatever their budget is, they spend that on this.
I just remember listening to like my pop podcast and then being like, wow, Barbie movie put in a ton of money into just advertising. Like it wasn't even part of it. So it was all over the place.
Okay.
But they had a bunch of collabs. Like it was in your face.
Yeah. So I feel like similar to the Mario movie, it's like although I would say this is better than the Mario movie.
This was better than the Mario movie. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's good. Will Ferrell.
Well, we thought it was funny that Will Ferrell was also the dad in the Lego movie.
Yeah.
So
he's all toy based.
Yeah.
All toy based movies except for the Transformers.
Must have.
I would love a Transformers movie with these rules, where there's a Transformers land, and if the people are not playing with them.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be a good new Transformers movie. What's his face be in it?
Who?
The guy who's in
Michael Cera? Yeah.
No, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. He's still around.
Bring him. I mean, like, he's alive. He's like not in things because he like freaked out. Also, it was Helen Mirren. I was correct.
Good. Just good. All that silence was worth you looking at.
There was no silence.
Helen Mirren.
You were covering.
But yeah, movie's fine. Plot is kind of dumb, but like Margot Robbie's performance is just so good. And like the like characters are so good that it's just like whatever. You're just there for the ride.
Yeah, it is a ride movie.
Like I don't plan on watching it again.
I'm also okay not watching it again.
But I did watch the Mario movie again.
Why?
I was with Ben.
Ben can't watch the movie. You watched it for yourself.
I watched it again. But I do think this is a better movie than that.
Should we watch it with Ben?
What, the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
No, because he's going to think men suck. He's going to be misogynist.
No, he needs to understand his role in life.
Yikes.
He can't be on the Supreme Court. He can't be president.
Yikes.
Sorry.
I want to watch 1950s Barbie where she's in the kitchen.
We should watch the Barbie that matures.
I will say the whole premise, I think they could have gone further with this. The whole premise that Barbie, because Barbie has always had like a bunch of different jobs, like Dr. Barbie and all this stuff, and like, you know, business Barbie and airplane Barbie. And so I like the idea that Barbie thinks she's like this feminist icon who's like made everything better, and then finding out that like she didn't. and that like everyone thinks Barbie is this like, literally like the plastic bimbo, like the embodiment of that.
It's making me sad again, making Margot Robbie
I feel like they could have done more with that premise.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's a better premise than like Ken is bad and like takes over Barbie Land.
Well, no, I think that was fine. I don't think they needed the fake. I don't think they needed America Ferrera. I don't think they needed her. I think.
Well, if you wanted to have someone there, but maybe the movie that you thought it was going to be was that Barbie stays in the real world and tries to make Barbies better in the real world, like the toys.
I had no idea what I was walking into.
But instead she goes back to Barbie Land to save Barbie Land.
Yeah.
She didn't really fix the problem of like Barbie not being the feminist icon she thinks it is.
I mean, she fixed it in the eyes of the one little girl.
If you saw the movie, it did, I guess.
Is that what it was? Was it like an Inception kind of thing?
Did you buy Barbies after watching this movie for our son?
No.
Okay, well then it failed.
Okay, sorry Barbie. Sorry Mattel.
Are they? I'm a little disappointed. I looked up if they have Weird Barbie, played by.
Don't they? Didn't they start
not
making
Kristen
it?
Wiig. What's her name?
Ugh, I'm not going to tell you.
You have to tell me.
Kate McKinnon.
Thank you. Who's great? Kate McKinnon. I don't really like Kate McKinnon, but she's great in this. I'm sorry. There's a lot of the SNL cast I don't really like.
Who else?
Name
them. No.
Name
them. Me name them?
Yeah.
Bowen Yang.
I do like Bowen Yang.
Okay. Bowen Yang, you win.
And you don't really like Bowen Yang.
I think he's fine. I liked him in
Straight Male Friend is like a great skit.
I like Bowen Yang. Colin Jost, Michael Che. You like both of them.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess just the men. I only like the men.
Kenan Thompson.
Yes. Oh my God.
You just said I don't like the men.
No, I do like the men.
Oh, you only like the men. I think you only know the men.
Yeah, probably.
What
my God, I'm the problem.
You're Ken.
I'm the Ken.
You're Ken.
Women aren't funny.
Ooh.
What was it? Oh, yeah, no, they don't make a weird Barbie doll. They don't make weird Barbie. I mean, unless I Googled wrong.
What did you search for?
Weird Barbie doll, but like it didn't come up.
See, you judge me for writing questions into Google, but at least I know if I get the answer or not.
I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I guess you could just make your own weird Barbie doll.
You just color on her face, cut her hair.
The freaking boobs growing Barbie doll is real. There's a real thing. That wasn't a joke for the movie. I looked it up.
That's a problem.
There's a commercial on YouTube you can watch. It's not supposed to be boobs growing Barbie doll. It's supposed to be.
She's like grows up.
She starts out as a little kid, and you can make her taller, and her chest gets bigger.
Which is just unfair because some girls just stay the same.
Speaking from experience, Tubbs.
What an unrealistic expectation.
5'1",
right? I'm not growing taller, and these babies are about the same as they were. So, what? So Barbie,
that was
do
the
better.
60s, man. That was the 60s. That's a pretty innovative doll.
I gotta say, no wonder.
Digital camera Barbie too. They showed her. That's real.
Which is like painful, like a video screen in your back.
Well, what you grab by the legs and like ka-chink.
I don't know. I didn't have her. I had regular freaking Barbie.
I had no Barbies. I had Power Ranger stuff.
Ben's getting Barbies.
Ben's getting Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah, okay, he'll get both and dinosaurs, and he'll play together.
He can make the Power Rangers fight the Barbies
with the dinosaurs.
Well, the Power Rangers things are dinosaurs. If he gets the original, the Megazords, the T-Rex, they still sell that. They made like a new version of it.
Ben's gonna have so much fun with all of his toys.
I'm gonna have so much fun with all his toys.
That's right. That's
Barbies are dumb. That's the moral of the story. Barbies are dumb.
That was the message of the Barbie movie.
Yeah, men suck.
Barbies are dumb.
And Margot Robbie is funny. Like she's good. She's like so much like.
I mean, like she's a very well.
She's like known for Harley Quinn, but
she's not known for Harley Quinn.
Thumbs down. She's known for Wolf of Wall Street. Thumbs down Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. Thumbs up.
Listen, Margot Robbie, you do you. You be whatever you want to be. I will support you and see most of them. Okay.
Although Margot Robbie Harley Quinn is good in the newest Suicide Squad movie.
I do like Margot Robbie Harley Quinn, but I also haven't seen many other Margot Robbie. Sorry.
Or Harley Quinn.
Yep, that's right. Moving on, Oppenheimer. Go ahead.
Okay, can I tell everybody my thoughts on this?
In 3, 2, 1, go.
So,
a lot slower than I thought.
What's his face? Christopher Nolan, whoever invented IMAX, Christopher Nolan, paying Christopher Nolan, please keep IMAX alive. Christopher Nolan, they had to like invent a new kind of film for this movie and like a new kind of camera, and like all the IMAX projectors, all 4 of them in the world, weren't big enough to hold the film for this. So they made a big deal. Oh, all the IMAX theaters have to use bigger film for showing this movie because it's too big.
Was it worth it?
There's like 4.5 IMAX theaters that display on film. Now, granted, we did live near one of them. We do live, yes. So if you wanted I remember hearing this online. If you wanted the true Oppenheimer experience, you couldn't see it in a regular theater. You couldn't see it in the fake IMAX. You couldn't see it in the real IMAX theaters, like the ones that like the museums and stuff, because that's not good enough. You had to find one of the 3.5 places on the earth that was a real IMAX theater that didn't show the digital version of the film, but showed the film version of the film.
And we happen to live near one.
We did live, there's one in the city. That's the only place. But
you didn't go to the
anywhere.
City.
No. I saw this at regular Levittown AMC on a regular screen. It is 99% dialogue. It is people sitting in rooms. You did not need to shoot this on IMAX.
The end.
The end. There's one scene that needed that IMAX. Fine. You have one scene where the spoiler alerts, they make an atomic bomb.
What?
They're successful.
What's this movie about?
They did it. And there's one scene, and that scene builds for like 30 minutes. And you're just like,
sweating.
You're just like, and obviously you know what happens. I took AP US history. I know what happened. Yeah, I guess if you don't know anything about American history, you're like, wow, this is like all new to me.
Wow, this is going to be a good, informative movie.
So the bomb scene builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and this tension is going, yada, yada, yada. And then finally, they let the bomb off, and it's like silent, because, it's so far away. You see the light before the sound comes. So it's like silent for like 30, 40 seconds. And boom, it just, even in a regular theater, it just like knocks your face out. It's so freaking loud. So here's why you probably should have seen this in theaters. Because you probably suck. And here's what I mean by that, audience. Either you don't have a home theater. When I say home theater, I mean like a sound bar with like a subwoofer.
It's like time, you guys. My parents just got a sound bar.
You need a subwoofer for this movie. If you don't have a subwoofer, you're not watching this movie correctly. What most people do is like they'll have the settings on their they either don't have speakers, they're just using the TV, whatever, which is terrible. And then they'll make it so that like the dialogue sticks out more while making all the other things quieter.
Boo.
So that way it doesn't get too loud. And then, so you'll make the movie not too loud, right? And then when the boom happens, when the bomb goes off, it'll just go, poof. Or like you're sitting with someone like my wife, who was up to her, everything would be on like 0.1 volume.
I just like things quiet.
No, you're watching with subtitles. So if you're the kind of person who turns the volume down and you're watching with subtitles anyway, then you're not going to appreciate what that bomb is supposed to sound like.
So then you could just rent it.
But even with a cheap sound bar, like a couple $100 sound bar with subwoofers and some rear speakers, turn off all the settings that change the sound, make the volume up so that the dialogue is at a normal volume, and then when there's loud things, they'll be loud.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to experience the movie. So if you have a sound bar with a subwoofer, turn it up and let that bomb go off. So I think that's why people were like, you got to see it in theaters. You got to see it in theaters. Because you're kind of forced in theaters to just do like whatever the sound is in the theater. So like it's going to be loud in the theater. So that's why, okay, fine.
So your girl's going to watch it at home.
Oh, you didn't see it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
But when we watch it at home, I'm blasting that sound.
Yeah, but we have a baby upstairs.
He won't wake. He has this noise machine. He won't wake up.
He's going to wake up.
No.
It's an atomic bomb.
Yeah. And again, it's not, Toby and I don't have like a crazy home. We have like I mean, the TV is nice, but it's like I got it on sale for $350, the sound bar. So it's not like a crazy home theater system, but as long as you have something attached to your TV that is speakers or like good headphones or whatever, turn those things up.
Okay.
Get ready to be scared. It's like a thunderstorm. You see the lightning and then the thunder scares you.
That's pretty cool.
Like it's like that, but instead of it being a couple seconds, it's like 30 seconds.
Listen, I know the
like
bomb
this.
is like important, but I really just want to see Robert Downey Jr.
So he's amazing. Like, so that brings me to the rest of the movie. Okay. The reason why the movie is great is not because of the bombs. It's not because of the 70 millimeter film. It's not because of the IMAX cameras. You don't need any of that at all. And this is still a great movie. Robert Downey Jr. is great. I think that's why he got nominated for he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think he deserves that. I haven't seen enough movies this year to tell you if he is going to win, but he deserves to be nominated. He won the
Golden Globe.
You know what this is? Do you know the scene in Infinity War, or sorry, in Endgame in the beginning, where he's all mad and he's yelling at the Avengers for like, you said you'd be there, and then we'd fight this together, and you weren't there, Captain America. Blah. And he's all mad. That if you like that scene in Endgame in the beginning, where he's like all skinny, he has the IV in his arm.
Yeah. But the thing
that's his character the entire movie.
Okay, but the thing is, I like Robert Downey Jr. I haven't seen him in
he's not funny
anything
in this
else
at all.
I'm not looking for funny.
No,
but I love the speed at which he delivers his lines.
I mean, he's playing a real person, so I think he was just kind of, I don't know. I don't know.
He
if
was
he's
like
fast.
more regular, but whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's improv in this movie.
No. But that I'm like,
he's just so
I'm
mad.
not going for comedy.
Oppenheimer wanted to be the most important man. I'm so mad. So he's like, if there is a bad guy in the movie besides everyone, because they invent, well, like everyone's a bad guy. They invent an atomic bomb. So like everyone's a bad guy in this movie. You and I are the bad guy. Who's the guy who plays Oppenheimer? He's so good in this.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy's great in this. There's like a lot of nude scenes in this movie that like you don't need.
Oh, isn't what's her face nude?
Yeah, like a lot. Like she didn't need to be naked in this movie. And like I guess like again, it's about Oppenheimer's real life, so like you had to have her in it.
Wait, where is she?
Florence Pugh.
I don't even see her in the credits.
She's in it. She's in it a lot.
She's so far from the top.
Yeah, I like. Why is there nude scenes in this? Like, why? Just so that U.S. history teachers can't show it in class. Is that why?
I feel like
someone's got to make an edit of all the nude scenes taken out.
I watched booby scene in Shakespeare in Love in English.
I mean, I've shown
Miracle of Life.
Miracle of Life, but like you got a permission slip.
Yeah, but permission slip.
And like you're not showing like Florence Pugh just chilling naked.
No, it's an aversion therapy.
So like someone make an edit of this movie, which all the nude scenes taken out, and that's like 3 or 4 days of class. You don't have to teach if you're a U.S. history teacher.
It's a good way to get that across.
But yeah, like Cillian Murphy, that's his name. Mm-hmm. He's so good in this. Probably I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. Probably the best thing I've seen him in.
The only thing you've seen.
I watched scenes from this movie a lot. So when I first saw it, I didn't really like it, but now I keep watching clips of it on YouTube. So like it like gets in your head.
Okay, it's like a worm.
So Cillian Murphy's great. Freaking Einstein's great. I don't even know who plays Einstein. It's probably the real Einstein they got to play.
You think so?
He's great. Not Brad Pitt, the guy from Boston.
So Tom Conti plays Albert Einstein.
He's great. Who's the guy from Boston?
Not
Matt Damon is awesome in this.
Where is Matt Damon?
In the movie.
I'm
you didn't see the movie.
You, I know, but I'm telling you, I'm looking at this cast list.
Right. Matt Damon is like one of the main characters. He plays the general that's in charge of the Manhattan Project.
So far below, like Florence Pugh.
You know who you're not going to see there? Josh Peck is in this.
I just saw Josh
Peck.
Yeah,
Josh Peck has no lines, I think, but he's in there.
He's in it. I still haven't even seen Matt Damon's name.
So it's a really good movie. I think this movie deserved the hype. Like this is an event movie. The only person who really makes movies like this anymore is Christopher Nolan. Like these like big deal.
There's a Skarsgård in it.
Which one?
I don't know if he's related to all of them. His name is Gustav.
How many I don't know, probably. Do you want to know what the scariest part of this movie is?
Not the bomb.
So like the bomb, right? But the movie ends with, so at some point, apparently this wasn't real. This is not how it happened in real life. But at some point in the movie, the idea that like there is a non-zero chance of like the atomic bomb setting off a chain reaction that ignites the entire atmosphere, that part is apparently true. There's a non-zero chance of that happening. So in the movie, Oppenheimer goes to Einstein to like run the numbers. Apparently that didn't happen in real life, but whatever. And at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, Oppenheimer is like feeling bad about all of the political stuff that's happened because of this. Because there's like another hour after the bomb goes off of just like Oppenheimer dealing with all the political stuff. Where he's like, hey, remember when I came to you to see if we were going to like ignite the world on fire? And Einstein's like, E equals MC squared. Yes. And Oppenheimer's like, I think we did. And you're sitting there like, yeah, man, that world in that movie, they really screwed that world up. And it's really scary. And you're like, oh, wait, I live here. This is my, like, atomic bombs exist in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like pretty messed up from that movie.
And also, you should feel like
Because
guilty,
you're like,
right?
oh, this is...
And you're an American. Like, your country did this.
Right. So, like, imagine again, always going back to Marvel movies. Imagine watching Infinity War when everyone dies, but Thanos exists in the real world. That's what this movie is. Thanos is the atomic bomb, and the atomic bomb really exists. We have bigger bombs. They talk about hydrogen bombs in this movie. They're like, those are dumb. We're not going to make hydrogen bombs. We have hydrogen bombs. They're even bigger than atomic bombs.
Where have they gone off?
Just testing sites.
Okay.
The only time bombs were ever dropped in a war was Japan.
Japan, right?
Sorry, Japan.
Twice.
Thanks for the Mario movie and Nintendo and stuff. They survived World War II. Nintendo's been around since like the 1800s.
That's right. Good job, Nintendo.
They sold playing cards. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, so do you know what the trigger for a hydrogen bomb is, Toby?
A button?
No, like the thing that sets off the hydrogen bomb.
Air?
No.
Water?
Why? You're not even trying to guess. The trigger for a hydrogen bomb is an atomic bomb.
So you have to set off an atomic bomb first?
So in the hydrogen bomb, there is a regular bomb that sets off the atomic bomb. Okay. And then the atomic bomb sets off the hydrogen bomb.
So just don't hydrogen bomb.
We have like 100,000 of them, Toby.
Just don't do it, guys.
That's
it. 2 bombs.
3 bombs. The atomic bomb is 2 bombs. Bomb. Throwing it back to Mario.
No. That's
so
right.
yeah, Oppenheimer's a great movie. You're not going to feel good about it afterwards because we live in the world that is about that movie. Also, this is right. I saw it right around the time the whole Ukrainian thing was happening.
None of that feels good.
With Russia and stuff. So I was like, oh, yeah. So, you know who's great in that too? And
Tell me.
Because we're watching Slow Horses right now. Yeah. Gary Oldman is in one scene. He has like, it's like not even a 5-minute scene, maybe like a 2-minute scene. Great. He plays the president.
You guys, when we finish Slow Horses, we'll review it. But God.
I'm Gary Oldman in Slow Horses. My voice is messed up because I smoke.
I guess that's not bad.
Yeah, he plays the president. He's like, don't let that sissy back in here or something like that.
He plays an American president?
He plays He plays
other countries.
The one that takes over after
Truman. We always say this.
Yeah, he plays Harry Truman.
We always say this.
He's like, do you think anyone? Oh no, he doesn't have the British accent.
He's American.
But he's like, do you think anyone cares? Because Oppenheimer's like, I feel bad about this, and Truman's like, no one cares about you. They care about me. I'm the one who dropped the bomb. Yeah,
it's true. Sorry, Oppenheimer. Okay.
Oh, Iron
Fist.
Claw was the one. Remember you're like, there's another movie we were gonna do we couldn't think about.
Oh,
it was Iron. But did Iron Claw come out in 2023?
Iron Fist, Claw.
It's Iron Claw because he grabs his head.
Oh.
I'll do it real quick.
Wait,
you didn't see this one either.
But real quick isn't in your vocabulary.
It's a wrestling movie. If you don't like wrestling, you're gonna love it. I know I brought up wrestling before. I'm not that big of a wrestling fan. The movie's great. Zac Efron's amazing. I'm shocked it wasn't nominated for anything. It's really, really sad. It's so sad. I cried during it. It's a real life story of a wrestling family. Their real life story is so sad that they had to take out one of the family members because the director thought it would be too sad. So go see it. It's really good. But don't go do things afterwards because you're going to be sad.
Right. Also, Jeremy Allen White is in it, and Jeremy Allen White is also
jacked.
So jacked Jeremy Allen White is also the spokesperson for, or like the model for Calvin Klein. I do recommend you
go watch. Yeah,
look at his.
Him and Zac Efron and everybody are jacked, but in the movie he doesn't look like the Calvin Klein Jeremy Allen White.
It's a shame.
He's like bigger and he doesn't have abs.
And I saw
he has like his back is like huge.
Well, then I saw a picture of him in his chef coat for the Bear filming because they're filming then in February, and I'm like really upset that he's like in a chef coat.
Yeah, and he probably had to lose weight for that Calvin
and like
Klein.
be regular.
He could not wear the chef's coat with the outfit. With the way he looked in
that'd be funny.
In Iron Claw. His back is huge.
Yeah.
Great movie. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. I'm shocked it wasn't nominated for stuff. Sad. So sad.
Speaking of sad and a little more demented, we're going to move on to Saltburn, which is on Amazon Prime. Okay, I wasn't rude to any of your movies.
Because my movie was Oppenheimer.
Okay, and then Iron Fist Claw. Sorry.
You should have seen Iron Fist Claw.
Well, we have a kid, so
I'm going to lean back and I'm going to just, I don't know.
How rude. I sat up and I was attentive.
Good night, everybody.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
You were
Saltburn.
also attentive.
Saltburn. I love Salt Bay.
Burn. Okay, but you can't talk because you're annoying. Okay. So Saltburn was a movie that I had no idea what it was about, but I've been hearing about it like in the whatever world, and people are like, you shouldn't see it. It's really weird. It's messed up. And I was like, sounds like right up my alley. So I turned it on. It's on Amazon Prime, literally having no idea what I was going to watch. And I am still thinking about it because it is such a weird, weird movie. And essentially it is about a kid in Oxford, so I guess like a 20-something, whatever, college student, and he doesn't grow up wealthy, but infiltrates a wealthy family's family, I guess, and goes to their home called Saltburn, and essentially, like, spoiler alert, turns their lives upside down.
Like Parasite?
Yes. I don't remember if there were deaths in Parasite, but literally there's a two-family home. He kills both of the kids. And like eventually the dad dies, and then he like comes back and kills the mom like over a long period of time, and then like takes over Saltburn and then dances naked at the end. So like it's super messed up, and like there's even weirder scenes. Like the fact that both of the kids end up getting killed isn't even the weirdest part. Like, there's nobody really likable in it either. I just watched it to find out where it was going, which I just spoiled for everybody. So I guess
good job.
If you haven't seen it, you don't need to now. It's so weird. It took me 2 days to watch it because I was like, I need a break. There's like licking of a bathtub after somebody is in it, and also like
soap.
That's soap he's licking up. And then there's a scene where the main character basically like does stuff to a grave that's not allowed. And you get to see full frontal on a guy. It's like for like many minutes, a whole song.
Isn't the guy that Irish guy?
Yes.
Who plays the Joker?
Yes.
Okay, well, if I had the package that he had, I would walk around naked all the time.
You watched that scene, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was dancing around?
It was like 3D. It was like, poof.
I know. So it was definitely like
It was like a tail.
LOL. The movie was definitely crazy, and I recommend it if you just want to watch something weird. Like, it was very weird. So it hit. Yep, that was fine. Okay.
The end.
No, we're gonna end with. How did you forget? Killers of the Flower Moon.
Because I forgot that movie. I couldn't tell you. Listen, Scorsese, I love Goodfellas.
I didn't even see it.
You ever seen Goodfellas?
No, after watching Sopranos, we have to watch it.
Yeah. Good, yeah. No. This movie, no.
So this movie took us several days. I would say a full week, and we watched it every night.
They did shoot in film and digital, though, which is like apparently like not a thing that happens. Like some scenes are film, some scenes are digital cameras.
And like the shots were really great.
Yeah, all the
very cinematic.
All like that movie fan stuff is there. But you know how me and Toby do. If you don't have characters that we care about, like what did we say before? Like we'll watch a bad movie
if we like
the characters.
Yeah.
So this is just like the only good character is the woman, and she's in a coma half the movie.
Molly is her character name.
And like it's like hard to keep track of what's going on.
Yeah, it's like so like essentially it's based on a book, Killers of the Flower Moon. Now the movie is slow. I have not gotten past the first chapter of that book, and I have read it several times. I've tried. It's slow for me too, but the story is really interesting because you have these Americans coming in, taking from the Native Americans.
Well, essentially, it's like it takes place in the richest Native American reservation. Where they found oil, and basically everyone gets like a cut of the oil money. So it's like all the Native Americans like super rich. So of course you have all these white men who come showing up there trying to marry these Native American women to get their money. That's the general premise of what's going on here. But then like there's
Osage Nation.
Osage. So Robert De Niro like takes advantage of them all the time and gets like his nephew,
played
by Leonardo DiCaprio, to like marry one of them, and they kill a bunch of people and yada yada yada. It feels like it's too long and yet it ends early. Like there's stuff missing.
Well, it's like a mystery, but it's not a mystery because we already know who's behind all the deaths. But then, Molly has to catch up to who's behind all the deaths.
It's a mystery movie where you know who the bad guy is, so it's not fun.
It's not fun, and it takes too long to get there. Like we're all there. Like we've got it.
Leo's not particularly likable in this.
Leo's not likable, but he doesn't have like you're supposed to like Molly. But the problem is she's in like a diabetic.
In a coma.
She's right. She's being poisoned for most of the movie. So like, and the thing is, I think my biggest issue is that she was never suspicious of her husband.
Until the end. Until she wakes up.
Until all the very end. Like,
yeah, after being drugged by her husband for years.
Right, like,
years.
girlie, you had to guess. I mean, like, I'm not to speak ill of her, but like, I'm sure the real Molly had some inkling that like, come on, what's in that insulin? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it was just a very slow, long movie. And, like, the best parts, I think, were when Leo was dumb and he was talking with, like, the people he was trying to hire to do the murders.
Yes, which seemed very improv-y, which Scorsese does a lot.
Right, and those were the best parts.
But, like, this ain't fun like Wolf of Wall Street. This isn't fun like Goodfellas. Or like The Departed. Like, this is not like a fun.
No, this is like the other.
Like, Irishman kind of stuck too.
Irishman was also long, and I don't even remember what it was about.
This is better than The Irishman because there's no de-aging going on. That awful de-aging that was terrible. Yeah.
Well, it's also better because it's a story that hasn't really been told on the big screen.
Yeah, and it's better because I own stock in Apple, so go watch it. We watch it on Apple TV Plus.
So Lily Gladstone played the main Native American woman, Molly Burkhart. It was just, she did a phenomenal job. And just go watch it for that, but like, please don't watch it for anything else.
If you have a nice TV and you want to like watch nice things on your nice TV, like it looks nice. It's like a nice looking movie.
Yeah, it looks nice, but be prepared to watch it over several.
I watched a video. Like, so the reason why I got excited about watching this movie is there's a cinematographer I follow on YouTube who like goes into all of like the cinematography stuff in movies.
What'd you learn?
That like it's shot on film and digital, and how they got the film and the digital to like look good, and all these things, and like so like that got me excited for the movie, and then I'm just like, the rest of this movie is kind of like, I guess if you're a cinematographer, yeah, you'd love this movie, but if anybody else,
right?
Oh, the music's good too. There's like this motif that keeps coming up.
Do you remember how it goes?
No,
sing it.
It's like I'm just gonna hum the Mandalorian theme.
Oh yeah, no, most of it goes back, or the slow horses one.
Yeah. So like the music's good. They play like this like thumpy kind of Western song.
Yeah.
And like we watched it for free. I mean, we pay for we get Apple TV for free from T-Mobile.
Yeah.
So like whatever. I have a lot of whatever, except for Oppenheimer. I really liked Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Like, was 2023 a good year for movies?
It was like a great year for movies. There were so many movies that like broke $1 billion.
Ugh, this was our fault. You know, a movie I didn't see, the Taylor Swift movie. Drop the ball.
I'm sorry, is that not streaming yet? The Eras tour?
I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know.
Well, we're all going to watch a Taylor Swift movie in 2 weeks for the Super Bowl.
Listen,
take a shot every time they show Taylor Swift.
I'm into it. Support your boyfriend.
I cannot believe the amount of, even amongst the people I know personally, who have never watched a football game in their life, that are now the biggest Chiefs fans. All of a sudden, biggest Chiefs fans. And people who I know personally, who've probably never even thought of Taylor Swift in their life, who are now like the biggest Taylor Swift haters because she's on the NFL all the time.
Like, guys, you gotta
relax,
stop.
everybody, relax.
There's other things in the world to hate. You know, racism, terrorism.
Millie.
Millie is
hate Millie.
Millie's in the Taylor Swift category of there's other things to hate. You know what I'm saying?
Like Millie.
She's just trying to be cute. Taylor Swift's just trying to be cute. She just wants her boyfriend to be supported.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
I saw somebody said that, he got like $70,000 in a bonus check because he's playing in the Super Bowl. And someone was like, yeah, this billionaire really cares about that.
Yeah, that's why she's dating him.
You guys dumb? What is wrong with people?
Go Chiefs. Go 49ers.
I don't know.
Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? I want to see people get mad. I've really been enjoying the conservative freak out about Taylor Swift.
You would like the Chiefs to
win?
I
want the Chiefs to win because I want to watch people on Fox News be mad about Taylor Swift.
Also want to see the Chiefs
I've
win.
been loving it. It's just...
I want to see Taylor Swift get 5 minutes
I don't really...
Can you let me finish?
No. I learned nothing from the Barbie movie.
Really nothing.
Go ahead. Sorry. My dear.
My dear, sweet wife.
My sweet wife.
I want to see Taylor Swift rush the field. Like, I want to see her get 5 minutes of screen time just making out with her boyfriend.
No, she's going to rush on the private jet and go fly somewhere.
Oh, that's right. She's got to go back to Tokyo.
Oh, she's going back to Tokyo after the
Wait.
game? No, she's leaving from Tokyo. So let me tell you this. So apparently so many Swifties were emailing the Japanese embassy that the Japanese embassy in America had to release a statement telling everybody that Taylor Swift will be able to get from Tokyo to Las Vegas with enough time left to, with hours left over to make it to the Super Bowl.
So she won't cut her show short?
She won't have to cut her show short.
Was she going to?
No, but I guess Swifties were so nervous that they were emailing the embassy being like, you better make sure she gets through customs and blah, 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 blah.
Sounds like the opposite.
So they're gonna expedite her through customs. They're not gonna delay her. I'm sure, I guarantee you they'll have a police escort from the Tokyo Dome, wherever the hell she's playing, to the Tokyo airport, to her private jet. What?
Sorry. Okay. Embassy of Japan answers
it's a real letter.
whether Taylor Swift can fly from Tokyo to Vegas in time for the Super Bowl. That's hilarious.
Yes.
So
As if Japan doesn't have other things to worry about, like that Pal World game that's kind of like Pokemon but with guns. That's what they got to worry about.
So let's see this. So the embassy assured Swifties and NFL fans that the mastermind singer could comfortably make the trek despite the 12-hour flight and 17-hour time difference. The embassy can confidently speak now to say that if she departs Tokyo in the evening after her concert, she should comfortably arrive in Las Vegas before the Super Bowl begins. That's insane. Guys,
that's who they should get to play Princess Zelda.
Taylor
Swift. She was great in Cats.
No, she wasn't. No one was great in Cats.
Zelda can be tall. She's tall sometimes.
Listen, I'm fine with
You heard it here first, everybody. Timothy Chalamet and Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And Ganondorf is played by Jack Black.
Well, that's it. Okay, I have a new outro. You ready? No,
10 months.
Okay. Thanks for joining us on this cinematic adventure of For Better or Worse. We hope you enjoyed our lively discussion and unique perspectives on the world of movies and TV. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review, a 5-star preferably. Feel free to connect with us on social media. We're FBOW Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. It's still Twitter to me. We'd love to hear your thoughts and recommendations for future episodes. We're open. Let us talk with us. Until next time, whether it's for better or worse, happy watching.
Bye. Everybody.